It's the perhaps even more than the increase in interest rates, which of course is significant. It's a half a percentage point increase. That's the largest since the bank became independent in the late 90s. It's the largest in more than 30 years, and it's going to whack 650 quid onto the annual repayments of anyone with a average size tracker mortgage. That's pretty significant, but perhaps even more than that action by the bank is the context you've just mentioned there. This is a bleak forecast for business, for consumers, for households, and for anyone wants to lead the country in the coming months. Talking about 5 quarters of recession beginning in the 4th quarter of this year. So that's throughout 2023 the economy will be in recession, and even while it comes out in the 1st quarter of 2024, the net effect of that, which will be the bank believes the economy will shrink both in 2023 and in 2024. So that's 2 annual consecutive years of contraction. We haven't seen that since the 1960s. And the scary number in this is the inflation figure you've just mentioned. The bank believes that inflation will peak at 13.3% this October. That is broadly in line with the introduction of the new energy price cap that Ofgem will give us at the end of August. It will be introduced in October. The bank says it believes that figure will be £3,500 per household. That's an average typical usage figure. It's not the highest it could be. It could be even higher than that, but that's 3 times larger than the figure a year ago. There is a glimmer of light around the price cap. Ofgem is going to review the figure again, it said this morning, in January, and there are independent forecasts that say the figure will be even higher than £3,500, but the bank does believe that won't necessarily see the inflationary curve continue to increase. It believes that falling commodity prices and some other cost pressures may already have peaked, so that will knock the froth off the top of inflation, but only marginally, down to a little over 12% at the start of next year. It won't be back into single digits, the bank believes, inflation, until the 3rd quarter of next year, so above 10% for the next 9 months. I think it'll have fallen back to around 5% by the end of the year. But for anyone who is looking at this storm of impact on their personal finances, let alone businesses trying to navigate a way through, we are looking at a picture of a contracting economy, huge inflation, and little sign of anything to offset that and bring down the pressure on the economy for at least a year.